Hello, students. Throughout this quarter, we're going to be using and learning new academic vocabulary. Academic vocabulary are words, ideas, concepts, and commonly used phrases that appear in all of the subjects that you learn throughout your academic learning experience. Some of these words may sound familiar, or you may know them from your background knowledge. You'll notice that throughout each assignment, they are organized in a Pear Deck, which means that each slide is interactive. Let's go through this one by one so that you can see how this will impact your grade, but also influence your learning. For the first slide, my drawing right here on the left, and then create your own original drawing for each one of the words described. What we're trying to do here is get a visual in your head as you work through these words so that you can have the opportunity to see them in a visual that you've already created in your mind and then work through them in terms of language throughout each slide. Also on this screen, you'll notice that we have some tools and tips for you. So the first one is a reminder of what parts of speech are. You'll notice that each one of the definitions has a part of speech. We'll be using this phrase, parts of speech, throughout this quarter in order to solidify our learning and apply it into our writing. So, as a reminder, a, a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. An adjective is a word that describes the nouns. And then verbs are action words. All of these work together to create phrases. Another concept that you'll hear about, or another idea that you'll hear, is a synonym, or you'll see, is a synonym or an antonym. A synonym is a word that has the same meaning as the definition. An antonym is a word that has the opposite meaning of the definition. As we go through each slide, these will begin to make more sense. So let's go ahead and do that. For the first slide, our word is conceive. So for this slide, what you'll do first is you'll listen to the word. Once you click on that click to listen, you'll hear me giving you examples and also walking you through different contexts for the word that is presented on that slide. After that, go ahead and go down here to number 2. You'll notice that I've added a sentence here to help you conceptualize or help you to integrate the word into your vocabulary for each word. So we start with number 1, listen to the word. Then we look at the sentence, read the sentence. After that, how would you complete this sentence? This is where you get to interact with the slide. Go ahead and write a complete sentence by continuing the thought, idea, or concept that's right there in front of you. I would like to conceive a way to blank. This will show your application of the word that we are currently learning. After that, which word is a synonym? After that, complete number 3. Which word is a synonym? There's that word again that we just looked at on the directions. A synonym is a word that is the same or similar to the definition that can be found right here. So choose which one of these words is a synonym or means the same thing as the definition that's right up here. Drag this circle over to whichever word you believe best represents a synonym. Circle which skill or quality would help you conceive an idea for a science fair project. Now we're starting to use the word as it integrates into our common vocabulary, in our common academic language and vocabulary. So drag this circle that's here into which example best answers that response. Which skill or quality would help you conceive an idea for a science project? And then lastly, describe a plan or idea you have conceived with your friends. Notice how for this last activity, we are integrating that word into both our thinking, our writing, and our reading. So go ahead and complete that right there. Let's go into the next slide. Again, we follow the same process for this slide. Listen to the word first. You'll notice that there's a definition here as well and a sentence. Go ahead and read that sentence to yourself. You'll be completing this sentence. It would be inconceivable to ask a friend to, and then continue that sentence. And then following a similar process to the last slide, which word is an antonym for the word conceive? So take this circle and drag it to the one that you believe is the best answer to that question. And then the last one, again, we're working on applying these words to your everyday vocabulary and academic situations. So imagine a writing assignment where you're asked to create a fantasy character. List 3 qualities or physical traits that would make the character seem inconceivable. There's our word again. So we're practicing that word in context, but also thinking about its usage in academic environments. So you would fill in your 3 different qualities or physical traits that would make the character seem inconceivable. You'll notice that for every slide, there is the same emoji. If you get stuck or if you are experiencing a challenge in remembering the words, remember to go back to that tool to help you with each definition. So go on to the next slide. For slide number 4, we'll follow the same process. So your first step is to listen to the word. After that, go ahead and after that, go ahead and after that, you'll notice that the definition is here one more time. And then we have this image that's here to help support your learning as well. So how would you complete this sentence? Go ahead and add to this sentence a concept I find hard to understand is, and then you just type into that part of the interactive slide. Which sentence does not use the concept correctly? Take this circle and move it so that it answers which option you believe best answers this question. Complete the same idea right here using this circle. Drag that to which answer you feel best answers that question. And then for this one, it's an open answer question. It's an open-ended question. And so do you understand the concept of academic vocabulary? What is it? Go ahead and write your answer completely here. So be sure to write in a complete sentence and be sure to also double check for your capital letters and your punctuation. Let's move on to our last slide. Again, you'll notice that we have the same process that we're following. First step is to listen to the word. There is an emoji here to help you if you need it. Conceptualize is our word. It is a verb. There's that part of speech. And then here's our definition. Here's the practice sentence. Go ahead and read that aloud to yourself. Practicing using that word in our own writing. A job that might require being able to conceptualize is blank. So you just complete that sentence. Go ahead and type into that square for that interactive element. And then for this one, you have 4 different choices. Using the circle here, go ahead and drag it into the choice that you believe best answers this thought or this idea. Imagine you were working to conceptualize a new invention. Which step would not be a logical part of the process? Circle your answer by dragging that circle. Again, the same practice. Which of these would help you most when you need to conceptualize an idea? Take that circle and circle the one that best answers that question. And then for this last one, go ahead and explain your answer for number 4. Okay, having gone through each slide, remember our directions won't probably be this long for the next few exercises because this is our first week and first time practicing this. Here are a few tips and reminders to remember as you work through each slide. You'll be graded for each slide that you complete. So there are 5 slides total for a total of 5 points each. If one slide is incomplete, you won't receive points for that slide. You have a choice. You can complete this all at once or day by day. On Mondays, there'll be a quiz using and applying all 4 words for that week.